is up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we are going to be doing just a chatty get ready with me using all of my absolute favorite products. So I have them all sitting out here before me. These are products that I know, that I love, that I have tested, that I use over and over. I'm always wanting to reach for. These are the products that I use on my own time when I'm not filming a look, or if I'm just doing an eye look that I might pop on because I want my makeup to last, things like that. These are my current holy grail products. These are ones that I just know and love so much. So I thought that we could sit down together today, put on some makeup together. Maybe you want to do your makeup with me, maybe not. Maybe you're just kind of chilling. Maybe I'm here for just background noise. Whatever the case may be, I want to sit down, play in some makeup, create this look right here using all of these products, and just chit chat. Have you get to know me just a little bit more. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in and you want to know a little bit about me and you want to see what products I use, then stick around. Okay, y'all, so my face is prepped with skincare and I have my SPF on. And so I think we're ready to prime and move into putting this makeup look together. So I do want to mention the SPF that I use. I use this one from Summer Fridays. This is the Shade Drops with Broadband Spectrum SPF 30. This is a mineral sunscreen. I prefer a mineral sunscreen over a chemical sunscreen just because if I use like a traditional chemical sunscreen too consistently, it really starts to irritate my skin and it starts to get real sensitive and it starts to get red. Sometimes I even break out a little bit. So I discovered this sometime last year, I think sometime around the summer, and I have really been enjoying this. This is my second one and it's almost done. It's like down to here. I have another one ready to go. I absolutely love this. So if you're looking for a good SPF to wear under your makeup that is not heavy, it's not greasy, it doesn't have that traditional sunscreen smell, this is a fantastic one. It's a little on the pricier side, but a little bit goes a long way, even though I know it does take quite a bit of sunscreen to get that full SPF, but I do have SPF in other products that I use as well. So overall, I do get my full on SPF, but this one is fantastic. And also, before we start, on my lips, I am wearing the Summer Fridays Butter Lip Balm. I love these. These are amazing. This one is the color Vanilla Beige. I do have two more. One is in my handbag where it lives, and the other one is like out in my living room. I love these. They're just so nourishing on the lips, and it just feels so good. They're not sticky. They're hydrating. They smell really good. They are a favorite for sure. But let's move on to the primer. So if you have watched any of my videos at this point, you know that I absolutely love my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. It is almost done. I'm trying to finish it so I can just be done with it, and I'm going to move on to the Milk Makeup. But this one, this is Milk Makeup, onto the e.l.f. Power Grip. But this has been a favorite of mine for so many years. I absolutely love it. It just grips the makeup so perfectly and it's hydrating. It's got that tackiness to it. I don't ever have any issues. It's just one that I can count on. I know I can count on it if I want my makeup to look good. And that's what all of these products are. These are my go-tos if I just want good, reliable makeup. If I'm going out, if I'm doing pictures, if I'm going to work, it doesn't matter what I'm doing. If I want good, reliable makeup, this is the stuff that I go for. So the next product is my Auric Glow Lust. I discovered this, I want to say it was the end of last year. And before that, I had been a Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter kind of girl, and I discovered this from, I can't remember who it is. I don't remember who it was that turned me on to it, but this is Samantha Ravindall's brand, and she is another creator And I just love this one so much more than the Charlotte Tilbury. I put way too much on. I don't know what I was thinking going in with 2 full pumps, but it's okay. We'll wipe a little bit of that off. But I love this one so much more because one, the tone of it just matches my skin so much better than the Charlotte Tilbury one. That one's, even being such a light tone of product, it still just leaves like an undercast on my skin that I don't enjoy. But this one is super lightweight. It's nice and glowy. In normal lighting, it doesn't look this glowy. I could wear this on its own and kind of go out and, you know, people would just think I have a beautiful glowy complexion. It's also beautiful as a highlighter. It's beautiful as a mix-in with a more like matte foundation. It's a beautiful product. I absolutely love it. I do have the color Morganite right there. It is the lightest one, but I will again link and list all of these products below down in the description box. So if you're looking for any of them, that is where you need to direct yourself. Okay, for foundation, I have the MAC Studio Radiance Serum Powdered Foundation. This one right here. This one came out, I want to say mid last year. And before this one, I absolutely loved my Lancome Tinty Doll. I have worn that for years and years and years. And this one came out, I was very intrigued. And I tried it and fell in love with it. I have used it so much. The color match is absolutely beautiful. I love the way that it sits on my skin, that it wears on my skin. I don't have any issues with it breaking up. The longevity for this one on my skin is fantastic. I can get at least 12 hours out of it if I babysit it throughout the day, which I don't have to do a lot, but if I do kind of touch up a little bit here and there and babysit it, I can get longer. Oh, and I have the shade NC10, but it's just such a beautiful foundation that MAC came out with. I feel like we are so used to MAC being like full coverage, studio makeup, all of that. I know like when I was in high school back in the day, MAC was all the rage. All the girls were wearing it, but it was so heavy and so cakey that my mom would not allow that. My mom actually, I wanted so bad in high school to go to the MAC counter because all the girls were wearing MAC makeup, and my mom took me to Lancome. And at that time, I was like embarrassed. I was like, oh, this is old people makeup. Like, this is so embarrassing to tell people that this is what I use. Nobody has heard of it. And now, as an adult, I realize that that's where my problem and my obsession with makeup stems from. That is where my love for, dare I say, pricier makeup comes from. I did not realize it at the time, but it is such a fantastic brand. My mom has been an avid Lancome user, gosh, my entire life at least, and her skin looks absolutely beautiful. She gets lots of compliments on it. She is in her late 70s and her skin is beautiful. But anyways, this was the first ever MAC foundation I had ever tried. I have tried other products. I have lipsticks, blushes, mascara, eyeshadow, all those things. But this was like the first actual foundation product I had ever tried from MAC. And I love it. It's just so beautiful. It's seamless and effortless, and I love it's got an actual medium coverage foundation, so you can see a little bit of that redness peeking through, but it's not much, and it works really well with my texture. If you're not looking at it under these lights right here, it does work really well with my texture. This is just a beautiful foundation and one that I reach for so often, and I would definitely run out and repurchase this if I were to use it all the way up. Okay, let's move on to concealer. I have my little pile of products over here. So this is another one that I have talked about in other videos. It is my absolute favorite concealer combo, and they are both newer concealers. This is the Natasha Denona High Glam Concealer. I have the color, this is not the right one. I have the, I think it's RN1. It's a rosy neutral shade that I usually use. I don't know where that one is, but this one is N1. And then I also have the Gucci concealer right here that is very hit or miss for some people. I actually adore this one. I love both of these on their own, but together they are just such a beautiful power couple. But in the Gucci, I have the color 11C Fair. And so when I use these, I just kind of do my Gucci right here in my inner corner to counteract that tiny amount of darkness that I have. And then I go in with my Natasha Denona and I put this one out here like that. So before these concealers, I didn't really have like a holy grail concealer. I was constantly looking for that perfect one. I know back in the day, I used to use the Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like most people did. See how just beautiful that is? It blends out like a dream. But as I have gotten older and my skin has changed, it's so dry and so heavy and so cakey on my under eyes. It just does not look beautiful at all. I have tried like the Tarte Creamy Concealer, and I haven't tried the Radiance one, but I haven't really even had a desire to try a whole lot of new concealers. But I do have a new one that I'm currently testing out that is absolutely beautiful, and I love it so far. But this is my go-to combo, and I love both of these so much. The Gucci one, I don't smell a fragrance in. I mean, if you were to like shove your nose up into here, it has a very slight fragrance, but just from putting it on, normal application, all of that, I don't smell anything. But these are two absolutely beautiful products. I love both of them. Like I said, separately, I love them together. It's an obsession. They are must-haves for me. But let's go ahead and we're going to move on to cream bronzer. So I'm going to try and touch on both cream and powders. So whenever I do like my full glam makeup, I do all of my cream products, I set everything, and then I also go back in and kind of reiterate any color loss with a powder product. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into a cream bronzer. Let me grab a correct brush for this because that is not the one that I want to make sure that we are clean. Yes, this is a clean brush. Okay. So this is the By Mario Soft take two. Okay, so this is the By Mario Soft Sculpt Transforming Skin Enhancer. Say that 3 times fast. My God, that is a mouthful. But I have the color light medium right here, and as you can see, she is loved. That is disgusting, but she is very loved. I absolutely love this cream bronzer. I'm not really exactly sure what his idea was behind it when he says sculpting skin enhancer, but it's a cream bronzer. And it is actually more of like a, what's the word for it? It will come to me while I do this. It is more of like a balmy consistency. That's the word that I'm looking for. But I know so many people with different skin tones absolutely love this, but look at how that just melts into the skin. It doesn't leave a weird line. It doesn't pick up my makeup. It's just so easy, so effortless. Gosh, I had my problem with that word in another video too. It's just effortless, and I love it. It's definitely user friendly. I feel like if you are starting out learning how to either do makeup or use cream products, this was one I would highly recommend because it's foolproof. It doesn't dry down super quick, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful product. I absolutely love it. So I don't really like sculpt my face or anything like that. I'm just adding color back to my face where I kind of blanked it out with my foundation. And so I just do kind of like a U shape right here, and then I come right down my nose. I don't do my neck. I don't do my jawline. It's just not flattering on me. It doesn't look good. But that is the Mario Soft Sculpt Skin Enhancer, whatever. Anyways, that is that product. We're not going to try and say that again because clearly I'm having issues saying that. But that is that product on my skin. Super easy, super effortless. You can see why I absolutely love it. Well, let's move on to blush. So this was hard because I have a couple of go-tos when it comes to a liquid blush. I prefer a liquid blush over a cream and actually even over a powder, but I do use a powder blush as well. I just kind of stay away from the creams more than anything, but I do have two favorite formulas. I absolutely love the Rare Beauty formula. This is just a tiny little mini because I pulled this color out for this look, and this is in Virtue. I love this formula. I think it's beautiful. It is definitely not for the faint of heart. It is very pigmented. I'm sure that you have seen it everywhere. One tiny little drop will do an entire cheek, maybe even more, depending on the blush look that you're going for. But it is just such a stunning formula. It doesn't patch up. It doesn't dry down too quickly. It is user-friendly. I don't know if I would exactly recommend this if you are new with liquid blush, but it's a good one. And then my other favorite brand is the Charlotte Tilbury, the new Pillow Talk Matte Beauty Blush ones that she came out with last year. I really enjoy this as well. I don't think that we're going to use this today, but I just want to show you on the back of my hand the color, and it just blends out beautifully. And I know it says matte, but it's not exactly a matte finish. It's more of like a satin finish, but it dries down so nicely on the skin. I love it. I would love to get some more colors, but they're a little on the pricey side, so I haven't, but maybe one day. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go in with the Rare Beauty Liquid Blush in Virtue. Let me grab my brush. I do like to use this one with the Rare Beauty liquid blush brush. My goodness, I'm having difficulties this morning. But anyways, I'm going to just put one little dot right there on my cheek. I do feel like with the minis, you have to do just a little bit more because the doe foot is smaller. But anyway, I'm just going to go in with that right there. I do love a blush moment, and you can see just how beautiful that blends into the skin, and I love this color. So for me, I feel like cream products are like insurance for my makeup look. I feel like having these on under all of my powder products makes sure that my makeup is going to last all day and it's not going to fade. Especially blush. Blush is like the first thing to fade throughout the day when you do your makeup. I'm gonna put a tiny bit too much over there. That's okay. We'll just bring it over here. But there we go. So that is our blush moment. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this color. I really do prefer more of a orangey blush or like a mauvey blush. Those are my favorites. I'm not a big fan of like pink and red, but I do wear them. I usually coordinate my blush with whatever look I'm doing that day. So I like to sit down, figure out my eye look, and then after I figured that out, I go in and figure out what blush I'm going to wear. That's why I don't really have like a go-to color of a blush. I just have formulations that I love. But I'm going to go ahead and set this face, because if I don't, it's not going to last. But let me grab the powders that I have absolutely been loving. So first, for under my eyes is another newer one. This is the Huda Beauty Easy Bake and Snatch powder right here. I have mine in Cherry Blossom. Let me do it this way. Whoops, hello. That kind of opened up. But anyways, I have mine in Cherry Blossom. If it will, anyway, you can see it. But I absolutely love this. And the reason that I love this is because it is not a matte powder. It has a little bit of sheen to it. So it looks really nice under my eyes. I do have some fine lines under my eyes. And you can see that concealer kind of settling in a little bit, which is normal. I mean, it's going to happen. I have lines, but we don't want to accentuate the lines, which is what I love about this powder, because I feel like a matte powder really accentuates that and makes it look really dry and crepey under my eyes, and I am not here for that. Plus, the Cherry Blossom color really goes with my skin tone nicely. See how that just looks so bright and just kind of airbrushed? It doesn't look overly heavy or cakey or anything like that. You can see the difference in the two. I really enjoy this powder. I don't enjoy it for all over my face. I literally just use it for under my eyes. I'm just not a pink powder girl for my entire face. But we are going to go in with a different powder and set my whole face. So I have the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. It's this one right here. This is my favorite powder of all time. I have tried several other new powders and I always end up back at this one. I just love that it sets my makeup down, it holds it in place, but it's not mattifying, which is my absolute favorite part. It just has this beautiful sheen to it. It's lightweight. It really blurs the skin. So that's really nice too. I do kind of step away from this one in the summer. I have talked about this in some other videos, but let me go ahead and tell you anyway. I do have normal skin. I am 38 years old, almost 39. But I live in a very hot, humid climate, and we do get a little bit of winter here. I'm in Houston, Texas, so we do get a little bit of winters. It does get a little bit drier. Our humidity levels drop, so my skin does change with the seasons, even though it is normal. It does get a little on the drier side in the winter, and then in the summer, it gets just slightly oilier. With the humidity and the hot weather, mostly my forehead is really where that kind of comes into play. So I do kind of have to change what products I use throughout the year. So I tend to go towards super hydrating products in the cooler months. And then when it starts to get hot out, that's when I will start to pull out my big guns and go in with more mattifying products. So you'll see me pull out the mattifying primers, the mattifying setting sprays, mattifying powders, all of those things. That's usually when all of that stuff starts to come out. Now that we have finished our powder products, I'm going to go ahead and move on, now that I've finished my cream products and set everything down with powder, I'm going to move on to powder products. So first thing I'm going to do is my bronzer. I'm going to just add a little bit more to the skin. This actually looks really nice, but I do want to bronze it up just a little bit more. And I'm going in, listen y'all, a girl is bougie, a girl loves bougie. I apologize for nothing when I show you my favorite bronzer right now, but it is what it is. So it is the Tom Ford Glow Bronzer right here. I'm trying to make sure I can show it to you without blinding you. There we go. So this is the one right here in this cute little packaging. It's not very big, but a little bit goes a long way. This one is beautiful. I actually like this one more than the Gucci bronzer. I know the Gucci bronzer has been like a huge rage and everybody talks about it, and it is. It's a beautiful bronzer. I have that one. But the Tom Ford bronzer is even prettier. In my defense, I did get this during the Sephora sale, and I did have like credit card reward points, and I had Sephora points, so I did not pay full price for this, but I absolutely would. And like I said, I apologize for nothing. This is a stunning bronzer, especially if you have fair skin and you want a bronzer that's not overly pigmented. It's effortless, and it glides on like a dream. This is such a sophisticated formula, and it's just beautiful. I'm surprised it's not talked about more. Well, I guess I'm really not surprised that it's not talked about more because it is very pricey. But if I'm going to pay a hefty price tag for a product, it better perform. And this one performs. See how beautiful that is? It doesn't make my skin orange. It doesn't do anything funny. It doesn't patch up. It doesn't cling. It melts into my skin, and I absolutely love it. And I will love her forever and ever and ever. Yep. My favorite bronzer before that, and I almost used it, but since you can't get it, I was like, no, we're not going to use it. It's the Marc Jacobs Omega bronzer. Everybody had that bronzer back in the day. I feel like it was just so popular, and I have it. I love it. I've hit pan on it. I will continue to love on it. And a little birdie has said that Marc Jacobs Beauty is coming back, but I think it's like next year. So we have to wait a while, but I'm so hoping that they come back out with the bronzer, with the eyeliners, with the blushes. I loved everything. That was just such a good brand, and I'm really disappointed that it's gone. But it is what it is. I digress. Let's move on. Powder blush. My two favorite powder blushes lately kind of shock me. I have two different formulas right here. So I'm going to start with the one that we're not going to use. But the Too Faced Cloud Crushed blushes that came out at the beginning of last year, or maybe the end of the year before, these are beautiful. I absolutely love this formula. They do have a fragrance to them, of course. It's a Too Faced product, but they're just so cute. They look like little macaroons, and they have this little heart right here. But as cute as the compact is, the formula inside is just as stunning. I love this one. This one is in Velvet Crush, and this is just such a beautiful shade. You can see it right there, kind of. Let's kind of build that up a little bit. There we go. Just such a beautiful shade. I absolutely love it. I have several of these in this formula, and I love it. But another one that I love, that I would love to have more of in this formula, is one that came out last year. It is the Feelin' Cheeky from Give, and I have the color Stars Aligned. So I have this one right here. This goes perfectly with that Rare Beauty blush that we used. But I love that in here you get two separate colors, and you get, I believe it's two separate finishes as well. So this one is more of a satin finish, and this one is more of like a, I don't want to say shiny finish, but it's got more of a shimmer finish to it. I like to mix them. It's just what I enjoy to do. But this is just a really good formula. I enjoy it. It's a go-to for me. And it just looks beautiful. So I'm just going to pick up both colors, and I'm going to tap right here along my cheekbone. beautiful. There is something about watching a makeup look come together that just lights a spark in my heart and makes me so happy. Makeup is definitely a happy place for me. It's very therapeutic, it's very calming. It's my creative space. It's something I have always loved and wished that I had pursued more in my professional life, but I didn't. So, a little bit about me. We're going to talk a little bit about me in this video, but I am a newly retired hairdresser. Yay me. So I was behind the chair for 13 years, roughly, somewhere around there. And while I loved it, it wasn't a passion for me anymore. The industry has changed so much. Things have changed so much. The way that it's done, the expectations, I hate to say it, but people have changed so much that I got really burned out, and it just wasn't where the passion was anymore. As much as I loved the people that sat in my chair and I loved the people that I worked with and the growth that I had over the years, it wasn't what I loved anymore. I just didn't have that same burning passion for it. And I wanted to put that somewhere else, put that energy somewhere else, try something else. I am still doing hair. I'm not fully retired, but I'm just not taking new clients. I'm not in a salon per se, anything like that. But yeah, let's move on to highlighter. My go-to highlighter lately has been the one from Rare Beauty that came out a couple of years ago. I have mine in Enlighten. It looks like this. You can see that she is loved. She's been used. This is just a beautiful beaming highlighter. I absolutely love it. It looks beautiful on the skin. Now, if you don't want a beaming highlighter, I do not suggest this, because this is beautiful and beaming. Like, oh, that's what I want to look like every day from head to toe. This is giving 2015, 16, 17 vibes. But I do love that, like, straight on, you can't see it. It's when I turn my cheek and that light hits it that it's like, bam. I love it. But kind of going back a little bit to what I was talking about my background in this industry, I do still love hair. I do still enjoy it. Like I said, I do some hair still. I don't do a lot, but I do still do some hair. But I enjoy the new trends. I enjoy the products. I enjoy all of that. I love finding new products. It's just not what I want to do anymore. It's just not where my passion is, and I want to follow my passion. So that is what we are doing. And speaking of passion, we're going to move on to eyes. I love eyeshadow. It's one of my absolute favorite things to buy, to try, dare I say, collect. I have quite a collection. Speaking of which, I would love to know what kind of videos y'all want to see on my channel. I have a bunch of ideas for the rest of February. I'm trying to come up with some things for March, but do you want to see just all the new? Do you want to see more like sit down videos like this where we chit chat and get ready together? I'm going to go in with my MAC paint pot and Painterly. I think it's time to get a new one. This one's looking a little crusty, but we're going to go in with this one today. But do you like these style of videos? Obviously, I'm going to do the new stuff because I love the new stuff. But do you want to see collection videos? Do you want to see videos using like older palettes? I definitely encourage you to shop your stash when trying to come up with looks, unless it's a palette that you absolutely love, or if you are an obsessed hoarder like me. But yeah, let me know what kind of videos you want to see. Do you like shop my stash type videos? I don't really do like panning content. If I finish a product, I finish it. Like this one right here, I am so close to being done with it. I will finish it and move on to something else. But generally, I'm not here to pan products. I'm not here to do that. I'm here to teach and to inform and to guide and to help. That's what I enjoy doing. But yeah, let me know what kind of content you want to see down in the comments. I would love to hear from you, and I would love to do different videos that you want to see. I don't want to do things that you're like, oh, another one of those, another one of those. I want my channel to be full of content that my viewers want to see, but also things that are fun. And like I said, I will always have the new coming out, but just let me know. Okay, for eyes. Picking an eyeshadow palette is really, really hard. I love eyeshadow so much, and there's always a new eyeshadow palette coming out. There's always the new, there's always the next, there's a new brand, there's a new formula, there's a new whatever. And color stories are always, they're repeated over time. That's just how it is. But as I've said before, purple is my favorite eyeshadow color. It's hands down my absolute favorite. Another favorite of mine is green eyeshadow, and I also love a good orange eyeshadow too. But I thought today, to go with my top, we would do a fun green eyeshadow look. And for this one, I have pulled out my Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette right here. So it is a very green palette. I love it. It's beautiful. We're going to play with this one today, and we're going to create a look while we continue to chit chat. So let me go ahead and grab my first brush. I'm going to grab this one right here from Singe. This is an EO3, and I'm going to start with this shade right here called Fire Og. And I'm just going to blend this. But let me know what your favorite eyeshadow color is, or maybe you're a neutral person. Maybe you're not into colorful eyeshadow. I do love a good neutral moment too. If you want to see some really good neutral palette recommendations, or even just neutral looks, I can definitely do that as well. I do want to kind of do some videos with like my favorite purple eyeshadow palettes, my favorite green eyeshadow palettes, things like that. I can definitely do my favorite neutral eyeshadow palettes. Like I said, I can do a collection video. I will do some sort of like collection, and I don't know, declutter. I say declutter, I don't know if I'll declutter, but some sort of videos like that at the end of the year to kind of start the next year off fresh. I have recently been through my makeup, so I do know like what I have. I've gotten rid of some older things. I've given, and when I say gotten rid of, I've given it to friends. But so I have done that. I do like to keep my stuff pretty well organized. I am a very organized person. I don't like things to be out of place. It's not my thing. I'm not about that, and I've actually passed that on to my kids. They are very, very clean, very organized. Well, organized as they can be. I have 2 teenage boys, and while they are chaotic and they are boys, they are actually pretty clean and organized for boys. But yeah, I just don't like things out of place. It drives me nuts. And I absolutely love, more than anything, to watch a good organization declutter video. Those are my favorites. I will sit down and, like, when I'm just relaxing or trying to go to sleep, pop on a declutter and organization video. It can be from years ago. I don't care. I'm not picky. I just absolutely love it. It's so satisfying to me. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the next shade. So before I really get into this, I'm going to grab a Singe Beauty EO2 brush right here, and I'm just going to go into this shade down here. It's called Luna, and all I want to do is fluff this like right along my brow bone and just disperse that color, softening up that edge so it's not super harsh. I do love Melt as a brand. I do love so many of their products. I love their eyeshadow palettes. They can be a little hit or miss, especially here lately. I haven't really picked up many of their newer releases. Like I didn't get the what were they? The Nightmare Before Christmas palettes because I'm not a fan of that movie. I never have been. I find it to be super creepy. I don't know. I'm not a big Tim Burton fan anyway, although there are some things that I do love. Like I love Beetlejuice. That's one of my absolute favorite movies, which is weird, I know, because it's a very strange movie, but I absolutely love it. And I am so ready for the next one. It's called Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, and I'm ready for it. I'm here for it. But let's go ahead and we're going to go in with this shade right here. It's slightly darker. It's called Leo, and I'm going to go in with a Singe EO6 brush. But anyways, I didn't pick that up. I didn't pick up, actually, I think the only Melt release that I picked up last year was the Bailey Sarian palette. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous palette. It is all matte, which is fine. I don't mind that because I do have single shadows. I don't have a ton, but I do have some single shadows that I enjoy playing with. So I just kind of pop those on with it. But that's a beautiful palette. But I didn't pick up the last few because I just heard from so many people that they didn't live up to the Melt quality, which was really disappointing because I felt like they had such a good run there for such a long time. And that was really disappointing to hear that their quality just wasn't as good. But I'm hoping we can see some good stuff from them this year. I did see that they are coming back out with their mini stacks, and they just did like a neutral toned one, which I really don't need any more neutral toned palettes or anything in my life. But if you do want to see that, I'm more than happy to pick it up and do a review on it. Let me know. Speaking of new, do we want to see like a new releases video maybe every week or every couple weeks where I can just sit down and go over all of the new products that are sneak peeked or launched or coming soon or whatever? Let me know. I have been thinking of doing that as well. I don't know if I am the perfect person to do that since I am still getting my feet wet in all of this. Um, this is this is a learning curve. I am not very technological when it comes to anything. My boys help with that so much, which is a blessing. But I'm learning. I'm learning quickly. I'm having so much fun learning and just being here. I'm absolutely loving it so much. I know I've said that, but it's true. I'm going to take a little bit of this black shade right here called Bonnie and just deepen up that outer corner just a little bit. But what I was saying was I don't know if I'm the perfect person for new releases. I'm sure I miss several things just because, like I said, I'm learning. But I would definitely love to start doing that. And hopefully I can figure that out and keep up with everything, especially now that I have more time. But let me know. Let me know what you think, what you want to see. Like I said, and like I also said, I do have so many videos planned out that I'm really excited about. I have some new things coming. I have ordered the new, is it Diveroon? I'm not sure how you pronounce the brand. I apologize, but it's the Gloomy Gardens palette. I did order that because that is a stunning color story. I have not tried the brand. I love M. Jones's work over on Instagram. So when I saw that palette was coming out, I thought that would be a fun one. I am going to do the new Odin's Eye Diversa collection. Oh, I'm so excited for that. I love Odin's Eye. It's one of my absolute favorite brands. Let's go ahead. We're just going to keep this pretty monochromatic, and we're going to go in with goals right here. But before we do that, I found my NYX glitter glue. It was in this basket, which is why I couldn't find it. But I'm going to pop a little bit of this on my eye, and then we'll move into that shimmer shade. But like I was saying, Odin's Eye is one of my absolute favorite brands. I think I have more palettes from that brand than any other brand. So I was so excited when I saw that one released. I missed out on the first round of that collection that they did. I guess it's been a couple of years now, but it was the same creators. So it was Annette from Annette's Makeup Quarter, Judy, and Tina from the Fancy Face. All absolutely beautiful creators. They do beautiful work. I love all three of them. I don't know them, but I love their channels. But so I am gonna get that. I'm also gonna do, gosh, what else do I have coming up? A full face of e.l.f. just because they've been killing it lately. So I thought that would be fun. The new Fantasy Cosmetica release that comes out, I plan on getting that. It's beautiful. If you haven't seen it, I know that there's several videos up with it already. And that I will say that is one of the hard things about starting this, is that you're not always, by the time you get a new collection up, it's already been done. It's already been viewed. People are probably sick of it at that point. But I'm excited about it, and I still want to film with it. And maybe if somebody's looking for it, they come across my channel and they haven't seen it before, there you go. But anyways, I have those that are in my plans, as well as several other videos. Okay, so I think for my inner corner, I'm just going to pop on this shade right here down here called Gemini. And for this one, I'm going to pick up my Singe Beauty EO1 brush. And I am going to spray this with my MAC Fix Plus. So I will say, like, as far as Melt goes, that their shimmer formula is just, it's a very simple shimmer formula. It's not overly shiny. It's not overly, if you have other indie shadows, it's not that. So this is a fantastic shimmer formula if you are just looking for a mainstream brand, but if you are comparing this to indie shadows, they don't stack up. But let's go ahead and do the lower lash line really quick. So I'm going to go ahead and find my brush. I'm going to line it with this shade right here called Leo, that dark shade that I used on my outer corner. I'm just going to line really quick. We're almost done. I'm going to go in with this shade here, Lorelei. I'm just going to buff out what I did on my lower lash line. But I just enjoy playing with makeup. I absolutely love it. Like I said, it makes me happy. I'm not a professional makeup artist. I didn't go to school for this. I went to school for hair. And while yes, we did learn how to do the basics of makeup, everything that I have learned has just been from trial and error over the years, watching lots of YouTube. I have watched YouTube for, gosh, forever. It's been so many years. It's probably been 11 or 12 years now that I have watched and learned and watched so many different creators grow and just change and things like that. I've watched this community grow and change for the good and the bad. But let's go ahead and line. So my absolute favorite eyeliner, this is like a go-to for me, is the Victoria Beckham Satin Kajal liner right here. I do have a few different shades of this one, but this one is Cinnamon, which is my favorite. This one is usually the one that's sold out, but I love these. They glide on so nicely. They stay put. They hold up to my ridiculously watery eyes. And they're so beautiful and creamy and easy to use in the waterline. And then I don't think I want to do a liquid eyeliner on my lid today. You already know what my favorite one is. It is the Urban Decay 24/7 Inks Liner in Zero. It's actually the only liquid liner that I have. But I think we're going to leave this eye look where it is. I'm really liking the way that it looks. And we're going to go ahead and move on to brows really quick. So for brows, I'm going to pull out my favorite, which is the NYX Thick It right here. I have the shade Brunette. And I'm just going to pop this in my brows really quick. Don't have a whole lot to do. I just need to bring them back to life from having all of that makeup put on it, since I am a victim of the 90s brow, which I saw that's coming back. And can we not? Like, some of us are still scarred for life. Some of us are still paying for that. I'm kicking myself forever taking my brows as thin as I did. But, I wanted to look like Gwen Stefani. I still want to look like Gwen Stefani, let's be honest. She's absolutely beautiful. But over plucking your eyebrows, that's what happens when you do that. And some people, they were lucky enough to get their brow hair back, and then others of us were not so lucky. And I am one of the not so lucky people. So let's not bring that trend back. Let's leave that trend back in 1995 where it belongs. Yeah, thank you. Okay, there we go. Super quick, super easy. Yep, it's almost time to get these puppies touched up, but they're fine. They are fine. When I don't have any makeup on, you can't even tell that they need to be touched up. They look beautiful. Okay, mascara. Let's speed this up just a little bit because we have been sitting here for almost an hour and I've just been rambling on, and I'm sure you're absolutely sick of hearing me. I get it. I know. It is what it is, but this is what we're here for. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes. I'm going to do this on camera just because I don't ever do it on camera, and I will probably never do it on camera again. I can't say never, but so I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes first. I have my Rephr lash curler right here. I absolutely love this one, and I am just going to curl these lashes. I have long lashes. I do. But they are very light, which is very strange, but they are very light and they are very straight. They like to go straight, but then they also like to dip down. Now, I will say that I have not always had long, beautiful lashes. I do take hair vitamins, so I take the Sugar Bear gummy vitamins, the hair vitamins. I take those like religiously, and I have been using the Sugar Bear Lash Care Serum. This one right here. Mine's like down to here. But this one tube will last you like 3 months, and I have noticed such a huge difference with my lashes. It's also not quite as expensive as the other lash serums, but it is a really good one. I do enjoy it. I have seen a difference. But for mascara, we are going to go in with my Lancome Idole Lash right here. This is a waterproof mascara, and I need a waterproof mascara. I absolutely love it. One, it holds my curl up very well, but also if my eyes start to water, I know that my mascara is going to stay in place. So this is a lengthening mascara. It is not super volumizing. So there it is with one coat. Let me see if you can see. And here is an eye without. But it is a very lengthening mascara. It's really nice. It doesn't tend to clump up on my lashes, and it will last. It is not the easiest to get off. I do suggest going in with like an eye makeup remover, because if you use like a balm or a an oil to take off your makeup, you might have to scrub really well. But if you just use an eye makeup remover, that works really good. But there it is with two coats on. I love it. I think it looks beautiful. I am not a big falsies wearer, and that is mostly because my eyes do water. They are very sensitive. Um, they just, I don't know. I can't do it. I want to so bad, and every now and then I might pop on a lash for a video, but they don't usually last long. I do have a couple of pairs, but I don't wear them very often. And I have very small eyes. I don't have a lot of real estate on my lid, so there's not a whole lot of space to play with. And I like the look of no lashes on my eyes. I see so many other people wear false lashes, and I just think that they look beautiful. I'm like, oh, those lashes look so beautiful, and they really complete that look, but they're just not for me, and that's okay. So this is not the channel for false lashes. If you are looking for somebody for false lash tips, I am not that girl. I am also not your winged liner girl either. I am working on that. I'm trying to learn how to do that. It's just not anything that I have ever figured out how to do, but there is our eye look. I think my lashes look beautiful. I love them. But let's go ahead and let's move on to lips. I think lips is the last thing that we have. So we are at the end. I have, where are we? Okay, here we are. I have a couple of different, where is the liner? Where did I put the liner for this? Hold on, let me find my liner. Here it is. Okay. So these are my two like go-to lip combos, as well as some of my favorite formulas that I have of lips. So the first one is this one from House Labs. It's a favorite. I absolutely love her Le Monster lip crowns. I just think this is such a fantastic formula. I really enjoy it. This one's more of a mauvey tone. Actually, it is a mauvey tone. I don't know why I said it's more of. This is mauve matte, and it's absolutely beautiful. I love that color. It's not going to go with this look today, which is okay, but I really enjoy this. I love the formula. It lasts a really long time. It's really comfortable. It is matte, but it's not a drying matte. But I'm going to go in with my favorite nude lip. So I'm going to start with my One Size Lip Snatch Pencil in Shy But Fly. This one right here. And I am just going to line my lips. I really enjoy these liners from One Size. They are, to me, an affordable, like high-end lip liner. One Size is a high-end brand that's sold at Sephora. It is Patrick Starr's brand, and these are fantastic liners. I was actually in Sephora looking for a specific color from ABH. I can't remember which one it was, and they didn't have it. I couldn't find it, and the guy that was helping me led me over to One Size and was like, did you know that One Size has liners? And I was like, no, I didn't. And we had like a whole conversation, whatever. Anyways, I ended up getting this one on his recommendation, and I just love it. It goes on so easily. It's creamy. It's not over creamy. I love that it is a sharpenable pencil. That's one of my favorite things. You'll notice that with my eyeliners and my lip liners that I prefer a sharpenable pencil. I'm not a big fan of the retractable ones. And then for my lip, we're going to go in with MAC Teddy 2.0, this one right here. MAC has reformulated their, I think just their matte lipsticks. This is a Powder Kiss lipstick, but I'm really excited. I love MAC lip products. They are my favorite. But this color right here, gorgeous. Love her, love her, love her. Beautiful. I love this color. It's comfortable. It lasts. It's like a comfort mat on my lips, and I enjoy it. But let's go ahead and do some setting spray real quick, and then we'll wrap up this video. I'm going to go in with my new love, which is the NYX Marshmallow Setting Spray. I have fallen in love with this so much. Despite the aggressive sprayer, I just love it. It's beautiful. It smells so good. Oof. Bath and Body Works, we need a fragrance. All right, you guys, so this completes this look today using all of my current favorite products. Now, these can always change as new products come out. I do have some contenders that I've been testing out that are slowly moving up in the ranks and maybe bumping some of these out. We will see. I want to try and do this kind of video maybe every couple of months, see if things have stayed the same, see how they've changed, different things like that, see if techniques have changed or whatnot. But for now, these are my absolute favorite products. These are the products that I go to when I'm not filming, when I'm just doing my makeup. Sometimes these are even the products that I use whenever I'm doing a reel or a short or something like that. But let me know what you think of these products. Do you have any of these products? Do you love any of these products? What are some of your favorite products? Let me know down in the comments what your favorite products are, your go-to products, your staples in your collection that you cannot live without. I would absolutely love to know. And I want to also thank you all for being here today. I know that this is a longer video, but I really enjoyed sitting down and chatting with y'all and having get to know me a little bit more, a little bit of my background, a little bit of a sneak peek into my life and what I am all about. I'm so happy to be here, and I'm really enjoying making these videos, and I'm so happy to have you all. And that's it. I'm not going to go on and on anymore. So if you like this video, please give it 2 big thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you can be notified of all my future posts here in my channel. And until my next video, have a good one.